Hi everyone. Today I am going to talk about nanotechnology with the main focus on its use as drug delivery carrier. What is nanotechnology? Nanotechnology is the study of production and manipulation of nanomaterials at atomic, molecular and macromolecular scale where the properties of the nanomaterials differ significantly than those at larger scale. The nanomaterials can be designed, characterized and applied to a variety of applications by controlling the shape and size of these nanomaterials at nanometer scale. The size of the nanomaterials can range from 1 to 100 nanometers. History. In year 1857, English physicist Michael Faraday said that there was a connection between the red color of the gold ruby and the size of the gold particles. In year 1959, American physicist Richard P. Feynman said that there is a plenty of room at the bottom indicating nanotechnology. In year 1974, Japanese scientist Norio Taniguchi coined the term nanotechnology. The problem with the traditional drug delivery system is that it involves indiscriminate drug release throughout the body that generates undesired toxic side effects and have short therapeutic effect. If the level of the drug remains below the therapeutic range in the blood, it is non-effective. But if the level of the drug is above the therapeutic range, the drug becomes toxic to the body. So, for the effective treatment, it is essential that the level of the drug remains in the therapeutic range so that the toxic levels are not reached. The solution is therefore that the drug delivered should be in right amount, right time, right rate and at right place so that the desired therapeutic effect can be reached. Thus, one such approach is to use the nanoparticles. The nanoparticles can be designed, characterized and applied to a variety of applications by controlling the shape and size at the nanometer scale. The delivery of drugs through nanoparticles at the specific site gives access to the previously non-accessible sites, like in the case of intracellular infections. It also ensures exclusive delivery to the specific tissues or cells. The drug is protected from the enzymes and the body is protected from the unwanted side effects of the drug. The amount of drug employed is also reduced. This all leads to increase in the drug stability, safety of the drug efficacy and the patient compliance. Properties of nanoparticles. The physicochemical properties of the nanoparticles differ widely from the atom or the bulk counterparts from which they are made. These nanoparticles have high encapsulation efficiency. They can encapsulate large amount of drug. These nanoparticles can show controlled release properties, that is, the drug can be released by modulating the temperature, pH or other variable factors. These nanoparticles encapsulate the drug so the drug is protected from the enzymatic degradation. Since these nanoparticles are smaller in size, they can evade the reticuloendothelial system and thus they can stay in the blood for long duration of time. These nanoparticles can be directed to deliver encapsulated drug to its site of action. The surface of these nanoparticles can be modified to make the particles targetable by attaching ligands and antibodies or other chemicals. This helps the transfer of drugs across the biological membranes. The efficacy of the nanoparticles depend on the size and the surface characteristic of these particles. Larger particles They may interact with blood and thus can be endocytosed by the mononuclear phagocytic system like the Kupffer cells in liver, spleen, lungs or Peyer's patches. The particles, if their surface is made hydrophilic, then it reduces the opsonization process. There are some problems that need to be overcome. The larger particles are rapidly clear, so the particles should be in the nanometer range so that they are not cleared by the reticuloendothelial system. The specificity of the marker molecules should be improved. The nanoparticles instability can also be one of the problem. What is need for targeting the drug? So, if we write a letter and put it in an envelope and then drop directly in the post box, it cannot be delivered because there is no address. But if we write the correct address and affix the stamp onto the envelope and then drop it in the post box, it will be delivered at the mentioned address. Similarly, if we encapsulate or coat the drug with polymers and then attach the targeting ligands, for example monoclonal antibodies, and then inject into the body, these will be delivered directly to the desired cell or the tissue. Let's see how guided drug delivery works in the case of magnetic nanoparticles. This is a solid tumor. If we inject nanoparticles intravenously, the particles will circulate throughout the bloodstream and a few will reach the solid tumor. But if we apply magnetic field, the nanoparticles will concentrate along the tumor. So then they can release the drug at the specific site. The other options for targeting is direct injection into the tumor site or coating the nanoparticles with antibodies that can target tumor. There are various methods for the characterization of nanomaterials. The physical characterization include size distribution, molecular weight, morphology, surface area, porosity, solubility, surface charge density, its purity, sterility, its surface chemistry and its stability. In vitro studies include binding of the nanoparticles, pharmacology, its blood contact properties, cellular uptake and its cytotoxicity. In vivo includes study its absorption, pharmacokinetics, serum half-life, protein binding, tissue distribution, metabolism, excretion and safety. The physical characterization of nanoparticles can be done by transmission electron microscopy, scanning electron microscopy, atomic force microscopy, 1H NMR spectroscopy and FTIR spectroscopy, X-ray diffraction, UV visible spectrophotometer or by simply gel chromatography. This is the example of size distribution study using dynamic light scattering, and this is the TM picture of the nanoparticles. The drug delivery through nanoparticles prevents the drug from degradation in the GI tract. It has controlled release properties, so the drug is released when and where it is required. The drug delivery through nanoparticles can be made better by targeting. The therapeutic profile of the drug is increased, the toxic side effect of the drug may be minimized, and there is a reduced dose and dosage frequency, making it more patient compliance. And it also lowers the healthcare cost. Now the routes of drug delivery: parenteral delivery, brain delivery, oral delivery through capsules, pills, transdermal delivery through skin patches, pulmonary delivery, buccal sublingual delivery, vaginal delivery and ocular delivery. These are some of the drug delivery carriers: polymer nanoparticles, polymer drug conjugates, emulsions, liposomes, solid lipid nanoparticles, polymeric micelles, magnetic nanoparticles, and dendrimers. These are some applications of nanotechnology. The nanotechnology have been used in medicine, information and communication, heavy industry, herbal formulations, agriculture, consumer goods, environment, foods, textiles, cosmetics, diagnostics, remediation, sensors as pharmaceuticals, automobiles, infrastructure, energy, solar cells, nutrition, and in stem cells. These are some of the nanotechnology products that are available in the market.